Hi, I'm Ricky and welcome to Plant-Based Provisions. Today we're going to be making plant-based oatmeal raisin cookies. It's the perfect comfort food for a nice rainy day like it is here today in Florida. If this is your first time at the channel, please make sure to like and subscribe to help me get more views so I can get my face out there for everybody to see. Alright, let's get on to the recipe. So for this recipe, we're going to need a few different ingredients. We're baking today, so I have my stand mixer out. If you don't have a stand mixer, you can use a handheld mixer or just use your own manpower. So today we're going to need 3/4 cups of raisins. I have them soaking here in about a cup of boiling water. I just heated up some water using my tea kettle and poured them over the raisins. They need to soak for about 15 minutes, and we'll be draining those before we add them in. You're going to need 1 tablespoon of flaxseed meal. Looks like that in the bag. Now, this is going to be our egg replacer. So you're going to put 1 tablespoon of flaxseed in 3 tablespoons of water, and that also needs to be set aside to let to work a little bit. You can do it at the same time you get your raisins going, so they'll be ready to go by the time you're ready to cook. Or bake. I guess we're baking today. We're going to need a 1/2 cup of plant-based butter. I use the Earth Balance brand. I like them because they have a few different types. Like they have a soy-free one. This is the buttery spread one. There's an original. There's a few different ones. I'm forgetting a couple. I think there's a coconut-based one. But it's really great for cooking. Ooh, it's thundering. And for toast and stuff like that. So that's what we'll be using today. We're going to need a cup of all-purpose flour. I use gluten-free, but you can use any type you like, as long as it's all-purpose. We're going to need 1.5 cups of oats, 1 teaspoon of vanilla. I stole this from my brother. I'll have to replace it later. Don't tell him. And we're going to need 1 cup of sugar. Now I'm using monk fruit sweetener, which is an all-natural sweetener. You think of it like an Equal or a Splenda, and this is a more natural version of those. So it's going to add in the sweetness without adding in the calories and stuff. I don't really know the science behind it. You know I'm not a science person. But 1 cup of that. And almost forgot this. We're going to need a 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda. Okay, so the first step we need to do is to get this butter in the mixer. So put your butter right in the mixer, or if you're using handheld, right in your bowl. And again, that's a 1/2 cup of butter. I have the paddle attachment on my mixer, and we're just going to let this kind of like get all buttery whippy, right on slow. A little faster. Okay, looks like the butter's all worked in. So now we're gonna add in our cup of flour. You watch me struggle trying to get it in. Alright, I'm gonna do this right over the bowl in case I make a mess. Looks like I only have about a cup left in that bag, so that's all going in. Alright, and we're going to need our cup of sugar, or in my case, my monk fruit sweetener. Do that right over the bowl as well. We're going to add in the flaxseed egg replacer, 1 tablespoon flaxseed to 3 tablespoons of water. We'll add that right in. Well, we're also going to add in our 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda right now. And then finally our teaspoon of vanilla extract. I use pure vanilla extract. I don't like that fake kind of stuff. Alright. So now we're going to mix that for about 2 minutes. And then I'll see you back here so we can add in the raisins and the oats. Alright, it's been about 2 minutes and the dough is all worked together. So now I'm going to take it off of the mixer. This part I'm really bad at, so don't laugh at me. Or you can laugh at me, that's fine. Okay, here we go. Oh, that wasn't too bad. I'm gonna set that aside for a second. I've drained the raisins in a colander, and now I'm gonna put them on a clean kitchen towel so I can get some of the excess water off of them, because you don't want too much water in there or your cookies are gonna come out kind of liquidy. All right, so now we're just gonna add this right into our dough. Let me show you what it looks like. So, just looks like your regular cookie dough. We're gonna add in the raisins. And then we're also going to add in the, here we go. We're gonna add in the 1.5 cups of oats. Am I missing something? No, I'm not forgetting anything. Okay. All right, I've added the 1.5 cups of oats. Oh, don't forget to set your oven to 350 at the beginning of this video. So if you can rewind time, go back, set your oven, and it'll be good to go. All right, now I'm just gonna take a spoon and mix it in. Got a wooden spoon here. And then you're just gonna work the oats and the raisins into the dough until it's pretty consistent throughout. And I'll show you what that looks like. As I'm finishing up mixing this, I just want to give a shout out to Heather for the awesome hat she got me last year, my Maleficent ears. I've worn it to the park a couple times, but it does get quite hot because it's made out of pleather. So I have to wait for the cooler days to wear it. All right, that's about as good as my spoon's gonna get. I think I'm gonna get my hands in there. Make sure they're clean first. Mine are, I promise. We're just gonna make sure that's all in there good. And then that's what the dough is gonna look like. It's gonna look like cookie dough you might eat in a cookie dough ice cream, but all together in one instead of in little pieces. So now we're gonna take out about tablespoonfuls, roll them into balls, and put them on a cookie sheet. So let me clear all this stuff away and I'll be right back with you. TV magic. Did you see how fast I got rid of all that stuff? All right, so now we're gonna take a tablespoon, a regular one you eat with, and then take out a scoop of the dough, and then put it in your hands, and then just roll it into a little ball. And you're gonna wanna put this on a parchment paper lined sheet so they don't stick to the pan, and they're easy to transfer off when they're done baking. Now these are gonna be pretty soft when they first come out of the oven. It's gonna take about 15 minutes for them to cook. And they will be soft, but that's normal. They're just gonna have to sit there for a little bit until they rest. No, they're just gonna have to rest for a little bit, and then they won't be as soft. All right, so I'm gonna make the rest of these. Make sure you evenly space them out on the sheets, and then I'll be back so we can go pop these in the oven. All right, so our dough made about 16 cookies. So now I'm gonna go pop these in the oven, and I'll come back here and see you in about 15 minutes, and we'll check to see if they're done. Peace. Okay, it's been about 15 minutes. Actually, it's been exactly 15 minutes. And we know these are done because they're pretty brown around the edges. Actually, a couple of them are a little more than brown, but that's okay. We're gonna let them sit here for about 5 minutes, and then we're gonna transfer them over to the cooling rack. Okay, it's time to transfer these over to the cooling rack so I can eat them all. Oh, actually, they're pretty cool already. So actually, I'm not gonna use this because I can touch them. So I am gonna move them over here so they can finish cooling, and then I will try one and let you know how they are. Now I do have another recipe using oatmeal you can find over here on the side somewhere. If you click it, you can go see my video about overnight oats. They're chocolate and peanut butter. They're really good. All right, so let's try this. They're really soft and chewy. They taste just like regular oatmeal cookies that you could buy or make yourself. that aren't plant-based. So I hope you guys enjoyed this recipe today. Please let me know if you try it, and let me know down in the comments below what you'd like to see me make next. Have a good day, everybody.